Hello and welcome to the Art of Refashioning show. Here I'm going to share with you one really interesting way to refashion old clothes into new. It's an upcycling technique that I called one new from two old. If you already downloaded the freebie Clothes Upcycling Starter Kit on the website, you might have seen this technique and some examples that I have there for you. But if you're new to the show, you can go to ecofashionsewing.com and get it for yourself. And there I mention not just this one, but also so many other inspiring techniques to upcycle old clothes into new. If we haven't met yet, I'm Mariana, and after several years in the bridal and alteration industries, I found my passion in refashioning. Today we're going to see in more details one of the upcycling technique, which I call one new from two old. So it's simply combining two old garments that you no longer wear into new one. I have prepared several examples to show you, but also I will give you my top tips how easily you can combine those two and make your new one. The best way to understand one new from two old is the example how you can combine the two garments and create the new look. So the easiest way to combine them is by combining them vertically. Here we can have the example of just simple top and adding a skirt to make a tunic or a dress. So I have examples similar to this one. It's a really hot pink sleeveless top, and I have the article and some videos to this article on the website, so check out the description if you watch, or just check the show notes if you listen, and there you will see. So it's a hot pink top, sleeveless, and to the hem is attached a skirt extension, which is actually from another top. Then I've created sleeves just to finish that tunic, and the rest was used to make flower embellishments. So you can see the different videos on attaching the skirt extension and also how to make the sleeves if you want to check this example in more details. Another example of adding on the vertical line is example of a pink button-up shirt and extension of a longer skirt from men's shirt. So these two create a longer dress. Of course, you can make it as complicated as you want, but just by simply attaching men's shirts to a button-up shirt that fits your arms and upper body, you can create this longer dress. So just adding skirt extension is good example. You can create the cutting line under the bust or on the waist or lower, and then add the body part of another top or just a skirt. And this is just one of the examples how when you follow this vertical line you can create the new style. Another example is the Paganunu pattern that I followed. I used main shirt that actually fit my upper body, and the sleeves are from the original main shirt. I didn't change the sleeves in this case, but I used another two main shirts to create the lower part of this shirt tunic. So I used one main shirt for the front pieces for the lower part, and then I used a second shirt to create the back lower part. So another way to use not just two but three garments. However, I want to warn you that when you add and create, so combine more than two garments, probably the wastage will be much higher than if you just combine two garments. So it's just another note to think of combining garments but still creating the lowest possible wastage and utilize the materials more efficiently. Another a little bit different example is made from two garments, so one long t-shirt, beige color, and short sleeve sweater, like a fine sweater, not too bulky. So because the sweater had really worn out sides, they were peeling and I just couldn't wear it as is anymore. And also the design was very outdated. So I cut those sides of the sweater and then inserted the t-shirt and stitched them on the arm seam and under the arm. So I removed the long sleeves from the t-shirt and used them to extend the short sleeves of the sweater. So all these gave me kind of a 2 layers of the new look, and was really interesting with at the center 2 long pieces hanging from the cardigan and underneath the body of the t-shirt. So just inserting the t-shirt inside the sweater and cutting away parts of the sweater, that gave me this 3-dimensional and layered sort of a look. And finally, to finish the look, I added flower embellishment, white flowers cut from old tablecloth, which I couldn't use for anything else. So I added the flowers at the bottom to the hem and on the shawl type of collar of the cardigan. The embellishment was the final touch to the new garment and really gave it a lot of personality. If you listen, just follow the link to the show notes and you will see this example in the video. Another way is when you think horizontally. To demonstrate how to add on the horizontal line, I will show you another example of a wrap skirt that I've made for my upside down collection. This wrap skirt is made from the long sleeves of 2 men's button-up shirts. So I used the 2 pair of sleeves and sewed them next to each other. So I will open the wrap skirt so you can see the 4 sleeves stitched next to each other. The cuffs create the waistline and the sleeves create the skirt. So this is just a simple example how adding on the horizontal line and adding widthwise, you can actually combine the 2 garments or pieces of garments into one new. And because I love pants, I have another example. And this is a pant that I've made from 2 men's shirts and was part of the slow clothing project in 2016, which Jane Milburn created, and I was one of the people from all over Australia that actually created an upcycled garment for this project. So in this pant, I combined 2 men's shirts, as I said, but here I used the conventional pattern making way. So I created pattern for the pant and then I cut from the bodices or whatever was from the shirts. I actually used partially the sleeves of the shirts, so you can see, and you'll be able to see the link so you can go to the website and see all the other details what I'm explaining about this project, and also the color combinations. So it's a white base of one of the shirts with just checked lines of this purple and navy blue, and the other shirt is just block color of dark purple, which really goes well with the other. The only thing by combining using this conventional pattern making is that actually I had really a lot of leftovers from both of the shirts, which made me thinking Is that really the best way to utilize two men's shirts and having so much left over? So this is just one thing to have in mind, the wastage that you create when you refashion. And it's not a pant, but I have another example just to show the third way how you can combine two old to make one new garment. To explain this other way, I have a couple of examples as well. I've got an example of my yellow shirt refashion. I will link to the article on the website. So in this refashion, the second material is again from men's shirt, and I replaced the sleeves. So this is the pattern piece, the sleeves that I've changed, and also I created the lower part of the yellow shirt. I changed it and replaced it with the secondary material, and also at the back I used the secondary material, some leftovers to embellish and to create the whole design. You can see all the details when you follow the link to this tutorial. So it's just another example of when you can change parts of one of the old garments by using materials from the secondary garment. So as you see, in this third way of combining two old to make the new garment, you can actually create new pattern pieces or just to substitute the old pattern pieces. The last example of the third way how you can combine two garments to make a new one is my leather jacket refashion, which I really love and was created from a leather jacket that I had for so many years. So I have several articles on the website, and I will link to the video that explains the whole design and all the details about this jacket. But the good part here is that I really had almost no leftover. So I had only the two pockets from the pant that I used. So to briefly explain, the design is just I added at the front a panel of another leather jacket that I already used for other projects, so I had leftover of this panel. I used 10 centimeters panel across the front, which means about 2 sizes. And then, because I already used the sleeves for something else of the leather jacket, then I decided to create sleeves from skinny jeans that matched the color of the jacket, so black leather with black skinny jeans and some white and gray flowers. So this created really nice combination. And then from the skinny jeans I used the waistband, the leftover from the waistband, to create an interesting color and addition to the jacket. I used some leftovers to create the cover-up buttons for the jacket, and also some bias binding where the jacket was worn out, so I covered these areas, and this really made the design very cohesive and finished. From all these examples, you saw that there were combinations from different colors or just achromatic or white and black combinations. So here are my top tips how you can successfully combine two garments to create your new unique style. Combining colors not necessarily means you have to be so colorful and bold. You can actually combine in a more muted way. So I have 3 really successfully working tips when it comes to combining colors. And the first one is that you can actually stick just to achromatic scheme, or this is combining black, white and gray. So there's no color in this color combination. And the leather jacket refashion is really great example. Just leather and the black skinny jeans with the white gray flowers on them. And here the interesting part is just the popping white and the shape of the flowers from the sleeves. So this really creates very subtle and yet bold with a statement, but not in a colorful way refashion. The second tip is just to go with muted color and to stick to this one color family. Or just take a neutral, like the beige top that I've showed you. So it's just a little bit of beige, lighter off-white, and some darker brown, but very tiny little bit around the flowers that I used for embellishment. When you stick to that, you actually create your visual design just with the lines and some added simple and muted shapes, and this is the beauty of the garment. And the third tip when combining two garments into one is just to make sure that when they have colors, there is at least one color that actually runs into the both of the garments. So with the yellow shirt refashion example, I have yellow that runs onto the second material as well, or the other pink and brown dress, we have brown into the top, and also brown is really presented as a base in the lower part of this new refashion. So this was the upcycling technique, one new from two old. And don't forget, think about the wastage. And lots of wastage materials could be used just to make embellishments, flowers and other small stuff. So keep that in mind as well. If you have similar projects where you combined two or more garments into new refashion, I'm so curious to hear all about it. Just let me know in the comments. And don't forget, if you want to tackle refashioning in a really creative way, you can go to the website and download the freebie Clothes Upcycling Starter Kit. I'm Mariana. Thank you so much for your company. See you next time. Bye for now.